Chris, otherwise known as the Conversion Crusader. And tonight I'll be taking Q&A, helping people with their Facebook ads, with their landing pages to make more money with dropshipping. Now let's get started and invite my students in, and then we'll get answering to these questions. That doesn't make sense. Then we'll get to answering these questions. Oh, this is some product research. What are we doing here? It's a masterclass. Welcome, Freedom Clubbers. My name is Chris. I'm head of education here at the Freedom Club. And today we are doing marketing reviews. So helping you with your product ads, and helping you with your landing pages, helping you with your emails, helping you with whatever you need to go make more sales. Hey, Rhonda, Emily, Katie, Deborah. I'm doing well. Hope you guys are as well. Give me a second, guys. I'm just getting my screens in order here. Diane, hope you're having a good week. I am. I had dinner. I've gotten home from my I did a podcast interview with Will. So stay tuned for that one, guys. It should be published soon, I guess. So that was fun. Where am I? Let me share my screen. Hey, Josh. Nathan. Welcome, guys. Welcome. All right. So we're going to be taking a look, starting with Katie. Hey, Chris. Can you please look at my store again? Sculpt Theory, as well as your ads. You've had, as per your last convo, asked you to turn off all your audiences except 2 and see how it goes with the weekend. All right. Let's take a look. Sup, Simon? Deborah, can I give you a link to Muhammad? Can I give you a link to Muhammad? I can. That is within my power. The real question is, which Muhammad? Ah, here he is. Here he is. I got him. As you can imagine, there's a lot of Muhammads on Upwork. How do I get you his link? Profile. Don't forget to tell him Chris sent you and that he comes highly recommended. I'm grabbing you his link now. Here you go. Hey, Andy. And I can't remember if I said hello to Simon, but hello. That's Muhammad's link for those of you who want a really good video editor. Now, he's not a video creator. He won't create you a video like Bilal does. He will stitch bits of your current footage together to create new creatives. Does that make sense? All right, Sculpt Theory. Let's have a look at the cupping massage. Oh, that's nice. Okay, that sounded creepy. I don't mean the butt. I mean the whole thing. The whole thing looks nice. Okay. Australia's #1 cellulite remover. Reduce cellulite, gain back confidence. Great. Visually reduce cellulite in 30 days or your money back. Wow. Wow. That's really strong. Feel confident. I think I told you right. Feel confident again with smoother, firmer skin. Great. Budget-friendly cellulite solution. Save every month. Great. Easy to use. No experience required. Terrific. Smooth your skin and gain your confidence back. Yeah, these are great. Really good design. Okay. Visibly reduce cellulite in 30 days. Terrific. Sup, Diane? Okay, what's she doing here? Sabine, welcome. Our cupping massager targets cellulite, relieves pain. I don't know if it relieves pain. It looks like it causes more pain than anything. Tighten and sculpt your body naturally. Begin to see results in 30 days or your money back. All right, cool. I think the landing page is fine. Where you go from here to take this to the next level is you would probably get some videos under here. And I'll show you an example. You can do this once you've got some UGC going. You get some nice videos here. And make sure they're all different from a different person, just so it looks like you got lots of good videos going. That's how you take it to the next level. But let's go and have a look at your ads. Hey Sam, welcome. So we're looking for Sculpt Theory. Got it. Okay. Let's look from, what's today? Tuesday. We'll look from Saturday to Tuesday. Yeah, I'm in a shirt today. I actually had to go out of the house. I got my ring on, I got my watch on, and I went and did a podcast interview with Will. So I had to look the part, you know? Had to leave the house for a change. Even my wife was like, but you never leave the house. Had to drive my own car. Okay. Instagram post, top of funnel. Dude, this looking great. You need to dress up for yours too? I mean, I probably should. I do talk to clients most of the days when I help them with their ad accounts. I should probably dress up. I should. But t-shirts are more comfortable. Now, what are we looking at here? We've got $50 purchases on your broad testing. Yeah, that would make sense. And then $38 testing on your health and wellness. Well, it's clear that we got a winner here with health and wellness. All right. Dude. It's looking great. $36 purchases on your video here. It's not spending much else. So we had a question from Deborah. With Meta ad Andromeda changes, what's the number of video and images you should have in one ad set to test creatives? That's a difficult question to answer. That's like me asking you, how many onions should you buy in your weekly shopping? It really depends on your product, your business, yourself, and how many creatives you can actually go and create. There's no perfect number, but I can tell you what works for me on Andromeda, and we'll probably bounce off this account and tell you that, because this right here, what you're seeing is 98% of the spend here is going to the one ad. This guy right here. Reveal smoother looking skin, reduce the appearance of cellulite with our cupping massager. So, a couple of things here. This is a good ad to start with, but this would be the perfect example of an ad to go send to Mohammed and say, Mohammed, take these clips and go make something new. There's some big problems with this ad, and it's now it's time to fix them. The first problem is in the beginning. We have black bars on the top and bottom. Looks bad. We have subtitles. I'm torn with subtitles at the moment. I'm actually at a point where if I'm going to put them in, they need to be really subtle, and they actually have to be in the top 1/3 of the video. The reason why you want them up further is because these are just going to get cut off in most places on Facebook where they show you video. So you need to pop them up. We're going to get rid of these black bars. Yeah, the rest of it's fine. Are we asking Mohammed to do 1 by 1 on 9/16? Well, it's never bad to have a mixture, but I do prefer 9/16 these days. I want I know sometimes you can make a better ad in a square format that looks better in most places, but let's face it, most of our traffic, most of our placements, and most of our clicks are going to come from Instagram for a lot of our products, and definitely on mobile for 90% of our clicks. So for me, I'm finding much better results when I make my 9x16s. But when I'm careful to put the text, if I'm going to use text or any type of call outs above the fold, so that when Facebook pops this into different formats, you'll actually see the text. You see, it's not showing it here, but there'll be different placements where, for example, here we've got the 50% off shop now above any of the text, and this happens more often than you realize. And these types of things with black bars and text in the wrong places, these do put people off. So what's the ideal number of images and videos in an ad set? There's no ideal. There's no ideal. In fact, some marketers say up to 50. Facebook says up to how many? Yeah, however many you want. I say a minimum of 7 images and or videos. So a minimum of 7 things in total. Be it 5 images or 2 videos, or 5 or 3 images and 4 videos. Don't make me do maths. But what is working for me right now is making sure that when I have all of these images and videos in an ad set, that for one, the text should be different. The text should be not slightly different. The text should be actually different. And the header that you use should be different from ad to ad. Because when they're too similar, Facebook's got no idea what to do with them. When things are too similar, Facebook shuts down. Well, it doesn't shut down, but Facebook screws up, okay? So that's one thing. And the way to give Facebook what it's asking for is asking for diversity. So when it's asking for diversity, we got to give it diversity, not just in the ad creative, but in the text and in the header. Excuse me, in the header. Now, second thing is, what I try and do is I try and have one ad set for one, what would you call it? Not offer, what is it? Let me show you what I do. So this is what I've started doing the last few weeks. And look, the results have been night and day different with Andromeda. And this is my creative diversification matrix. And yes, you can screenshot this. No, you can't have it. It's got, under here in my ads to develop tab, it's got too much information for me to give away. So you can screenshot this, but I'm not going to give you the document, okay? Katie, I will kind of answer that question in a second. So what this is for me, these are all the different angles that my ads can take. And I sat down and I brainstormed with my team, what are all the angles that we can make? And for our products, this is 95% of what we make. And then to the right here are all the different types or styles of ads that we can have. We've got UGC style ads, AI ads, static image ads, talking video ads, talking video, like, I don't know what the difference is between that and UGC, but there's a subtle difference there. We've got voiceover ads. We've got high production ads. High production meaning I've paid someone to make a UGC ad for like $500, really high quality ad. And we've got split screen. So split screen is a type of ad where I put a static image on one side and I put a 9x16 on the other side, and we end up with a square ad. Very, very, very good ads to run. So this is my matrix. And what I'm trying to do is pick as many of these as possible. So I might pick us versus them in a UGC style or an AI style or static image, a talking video, something like that, and try and make as many of those as I can that are diverse. So they all need to look, sound, and be different. And what I try and do in my ad manager is link up one ad set for one ad concept. So one concept might be talk. Oh, you know what? I forgot a few here. We should have stuff in here for like seasonal. So that'll be seasonal discounts. That would be like my Black Fridays. And I should have another one in here for actual discount and sales. Of course, silly me. Anyway, each of my ad sets is based around one concept. So one concept might be UGC style ads, us versus them. So our UGC creators going in and telling them what's better about my brand compared to the other brands. And that could be a whole ad set based on that. And we could have images in there. We could have UGC people in there. We could have talking hands, AI videos. We just try and have as many different ways of saying us versus them as possible. We have one of our best ads that we currently run, 1-star reviews. So negative review ads. Now you might be thinking, what does that mean, negative review? Well, it's when you have a picture of a funny 1-star review that actually makes your product seem better than it was. Like 1-star review, too expensive. And the review might say, yeah, this thing was way too expensive. I wish I could take it back, except it turns out my wife absolutely loves it. It was the best investment we ever made. Funny 1-star review. So you might have a whole campaign a whole ad set of 1-star reviews. And so you might end up building out a whole bunch of different ad sets based on those different angles that you're trying to run. And when you give Facebook much more diversity, it rewards you with much cheaper cost per purchases. And if this is all going over your head, don't worry, just keep making more ads. Basically, more diverse and better ads. What's not working now? We've got 2 C4s here. C4-1, C4-2. I don't see a difference. Facebook probably can't see a difference. When Facebook can't figure out where to spend your money, this is kind of what happens. It'll pull all your money into one ad. It basically is, Facebook is saying, hey, I'm not quite sure what to do here, but this one here kind of seems to be working, so we're going to pull all our money into there. When you give Facebook more diversity, it ends up spreading your spend a little bit more evenly. And when you have more ad sets in your campaign with the same targeting that's working, so your targeting that's working for you is your health and wellness. If you had more health and wellness ad sets with different diverse ads in them, you'll find that the ad spend gets spent around a lot more. Make sense so far, guys? I'm sorry I wasn't sharing the tab where I was showing you the 2 different C4s. So we have C4 here, these two C4s, a copy of each other. They're basically the same ad. You've got C4 and C4. It's not creatively diverse enough. So for this particular business, $35 cost per purchase, that's great. Or $38 cost per purchase, that's not bad, especially for a $90 product. I think that's pretty good. Time to go and make way more diverse ads and see how you go. All right, Runda, you need help increasing your email open click rate. You had someone from Upwork fix your DNS records and fix your emails, but the click rate remains not the best. You've signed up for a few of your competitors and their emails are kind of similar. There's nothing wrong with your click rates. Your click rates are fine. 4% for this one, that's pretty good. 4% for abandoned flow, that's actually pretty good. Your new checkout abandoned flow. Surprisingly bad. And the open rate is bad too. And then your welcome flow, the open rate is terrible. Okay, so Rhonda. Rhonda, you on the call? I covered this. You're here. Cool. I covered this a couple of weeks ago. Basically, one of my new businesses, I completely and utterly destroyed it. Your welcome series and checkout. Yeah, I'm going to tell you exactly how to fix that. So I destroyed one of my new businesses about 3 weeks ago. This is domain reputation. So to get this, just go to postmaster.com my.google.com, sign up, and you can get access to this same tool to help you figure out what Google thinks of your emails. And you can see here, I was terrible. I was medium. Medium's not good. High is what you want. You need to be. Everyone needs to be on the high level here. Medium is probably around the 30 to 40% open rates. High will probably get you 40 to 50% open rates. So I was on the medium here, and I sent one email, got a few spam complaints, and I dipped down to low. And that's when I started getting my 20% open rates. It was a dismal time in this particular business's life. It was very sad. And I wasn't quite sure how to fix it, because I'd never been in this situation before where I had to actually fix domain reputation. But I found a solution. If I can only remember what the website is. 1 second. Yes. Warmly. So this is Warmly. Now, Warmly, I'll give you a link. And no, this is not an affiliate link. I make no money off telling you about Warmly. But I will log in. No, I won't. I'll log in with Google. So Warmly provide a few different services to do the same thing. Their whole business is warming up your domain. And there's a couple of things you can do, but only one of them will work with OmniSend. So Warmly, if I look here, there's a seed list that I've actually bought. It's a monthly service, but you don't have to use it ongoing. I bought it for a month, and I used it for about 3 weeks, and my domain name is now fixed. My open rates are amazing. As you saw, we're better than we were before. We're in the high. So what this is I give it the sender name of the store that I want to warm up, and I purchase this list. It's a list of 500 email accounts. Now, this isn't just a list of email accounts. These are email accounts that are piloted by real people, and when they get an email from you, they put your sender into the approved sender list, so that your emails are then guaranteed to land in their inboxes. And then they do something even better. They actually open the emails physically, scroll through them, and click a bunch of links, a random bunch of links, and then interact with your store. So using this service, it will screw up your analytics a little bit. You're going to have a lot of clicks to your website in your Google Analytics and your Shopify Analytics, and not a lot of sales, because this is 500 people per day. They're going to interact with your emails and your clicks. So bear that in mind. However, you download this list. It says download list. They give you a CSV file full of the 500 emails you're going to use, and you jump on in over to OmniSend. Bear with me, and I'll just jump in my OmniSend account, and I'll show you how we use these. Now, I said $500. I think it's about 300 US from memory. So it's not exactly cheap, but you only need to do this for a month. All right, so this is OmniSend. This is Stones and Ash. So here in the automations, I have a thank you flow. Sorry, no, I don't. I have a welcome series. See what it says? Warmly welcome flow. So what I did is I duplicated my welcome flow. I made it so that no one else can get into this welcome flow unless they're part of a new segment. And that new segment, was called Warmly. You can see there's 0 people in there right now. But what I did is I imported the 500 people into Warmly. And obviously this is empty now. But as soon as those 500 people were put into my Warmly segment here, they went into the Warmly email flow, the welcome email flow. So this one here had all the fake people in it, and my open rate was about 80%. My click rate was 60%. And you can see here, like, we haven't sent any emails to them from October the 19th, but you can see my open rate has just skyrocketed from the 20% that we were getting to like ridiculous amounts now. And yeah, not a lot of clicks the last couple of days, but I'm only interested in the open rates, to be honest, for now. but it definitely fixed everything, and you saw my domain reputation go up to very high. So I highly recommend using them as a service if you have a low score on your reputation, and if you're getting really bad open rates. That is how you fix it. That is how you fix it. Do you have any questions about that? Does that all make sense? I hope I explained it correctly. But if you did that, I almost guarantee your open rates for your welcome series will pop up. All right, I'll move on, and I will answer your questions if you pop them in the chat. All right, Chelsea. Should you better make this call on time? Please look at the numbers in your ad account Rejuva run. Give me some direction moving forward. Rejuva run costs. You have got cogged to 350, and you move the price around a bit, selling at $7.99. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Ah, this guy. This guy. Oh, that's cool. Very, very cool. Gotta show this to my missus. She would probably like this. It's like a leg massage, right? Wherever you go. I'm gonna send her this right now. Okay, let me try and find your ads. Rejuva run. All right, looking at the last 30 days here. We've got one main campaign at $122 a purchase. So that's what we want to be focusing on, right? The boots testing. So cost of goods $350. We've spent $700. Oh, don't go in just yet. I need to look at these numbers. $700 to make, how many sales is that? Six sales. So $799 minus $350 for the actual product, minus $150 for the purchase. You're making $399 profit per sale right now on your Facebook ads. Is that correct? Did I do my maths right here? Chelsea. Please look at the numbers on my ad account and give me some direction. You've got a cost of goods of $350 and you move the price around a bit, selling at $799. At $122 per, and I put $125. Oh, that's even better. $125 per purchase. That's $324 per profit per sale. I'm just wondering, why in God's green earth have we only spent $700? Basically, you're spending $122 and turning it into $300. More than that, that's profit. What? One is testing, running and physical exercise. What? Chelsea, can you please, for the love of God, can you please scale this? What are you doing sitting around here making rats and mice? 6 sales times 324. $1,944 profit you made, spending $735. And that takes into account the spend. Dear God, please, 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 please scale. More ads, more videos, more scale, more UGC, more images, more scale, more spend, more money. Go out there and go make as much money as you can, Chelsea. Those are some strong numbers. And looking at your actual physical exercise, looks like it's your best one. The ads look nice enough. They look nice, but you can go and get more done. If you're making this much money, it's time to go get some good UGC. Gosh. Well done, by the way. Absolutely well done. Okay. Nathan, please have a look at my website. Rosary. You've added me to the account manager. Accepted last week. Store launched 2 weeks ago. 6 sales so far. Turned off ads after a week after spending $900. And, oh, geez, that's a lot. Cogs is $56 and you're selling it for $159. Okay. I think you may. Well, I won't pass judgment until we take a look. Oh, been waiting for one of you guys to run watches. Great website. I don't like a USPs. I mean, it looks nice. Everything looks nice, but you haven't solved the problem for me. The one thing you have to answer, why would I buy this over an Apple Watch? I mean, obviously the price is a big reason, right? Because it's a lot cheaper. But none of this features anything that makes me interested in the unique selling point, the uniqueness of this product. It does look quite nice. It's got a very low profile. My wife would probably wear this, and it's elegant. It's got some lovely diamonding, or is that what you call it? Like the edges look different. I think the fact that it's sleek, maybe you should be talking about if you can go buy one for yourself and just measure the size of the face here so that you can say it sits flush on a small wrist. But why would I buy this? That's what you need to answer. I don't have the answer for you. Maybe you'll find it in some of these videos. Why would women want this? Besides the price, over an iWatch. Is that what you call them? An iWatch? Are we going for simplicity? Are we going for battery life? Because even if it doesn't do all the amazing whiz-bang things out of the box that an Apple Watch does, there's got to be benefits to it. Like it probably lasts a week on battery, or it goes with every outfit, something like that. Let's take a look at your ads. So this is Rosary. I don't see Rosary. Let's have a look if it's in my email. One second. I'm in your business, but I must not have access to your actual ads just yet. So let me see if I can give myself access. Maybe I do. No ad accounts to show. Okay. Settings. Bloody hell, Facebook. Give me a second, guys. Damn it, got it wrong. All right, we're in. No, I don't actually have enough access within your business to look at your stuff. So what you need to do is come over here and grant me full access, and specifically give me access to your ad account. If you can do that real quick for me, I can take a look. So you'd go into me, and then you'd manage business permissions, and then add in ad account. And then let me know once you're done. You redesigned your page of the call with Jimmy, added some UGC, emphasized the female cycle feature as a USP. Cool. Well, if that's the case, it needs to be here, right when I land on your page. Everything you got is great, but like visually, I don't want you to change anything visually, but these need a bit more oomph. Remember the first website that I looked at today? Sculpt Theory. This is the most important block of your entire website, is this section up here. This is your Mayfair and your Park Lane, okay? Reason why this is worth so much money to you is because this is what 90% of your audience will see. 90% is because some people will naturally just click and then bounce off. And then the further down the page you go, far less people are going to see this, because people are going to drop out. These have to be extremely strong, and this visibly reduce cellulite in 30 days on your money back. My God, that is a strong USP. What is this going to do for you? And if it doesn't do it, don't worry, give you your money back. Feel confident with smoother, firmer skin. Now, I know your product is different. I know it's a watch, but there'll be things that this thing can do that make it a unique selling point. And it could be the design. It could be because my wife makes a big deal out of how big the watch face is, because she doesn't want a big clunky looking calculator sitting on her wrist. She wants a nice sleek watch, and this looks like a nice sleek watch. Unlike your regular iPhone and Apple and Android watches, which are big chunky pieces of plastic, this looks sleek and it can do all those things. So one of your unique selling points could be, it's half. No, it's not. It's a fifth the price of an Apple with a quarter of the profile. I mean, you're going to have to think about ways to say this, and all of the features. Comes with I do like the elegant design that turns heads. That is true. You can keep that one, but we just need a bit more strength around the USPs. How are we going with the ad accounts? Can't work out ad access. You'll try for next week. Okay, cool. Just upgrade my membership in your. Renee, you can wear it for a workout and then out for dinner. No need to change the watch. Boom. That's a great USP right there. That's a great USP. And then check the battery life too. So what I can see here is for most of these, B3, A2, C4, A5, A1, your click-throughs are really good. Your CPMs are insanely high, so these will come down over time because usually when we start up a new business, the CPMs look like this. You know, they're quite high, but they will come down once Facebook trusts your account a lot more. And when these CPMs come down, your cost per click is going to come down as well, which is going to reduce your costs. So what I'm saying, I guess in general, is if we can just limit the spend to something that's more forgiving for you, maybe reduce your daily budget, this should reduce. But in terms, I'm going to need access to the account because this doesn't tell me anything. I need to zoom in and have a look at some of these. One of the things that you're going to need to do is have ads that are very specific and not very vague. We've got to nail what this thing does and the benefits of this watch, because there's going to be, in this situation, there's going to be a lot of tire kickers. There's going to be a lot of people who see this, oh, that's a pretty watch. They're going to come to your website, they're going to leave. We need to give them a reason to stay and buy. Now, the click-throughs are great. I've had click-throughs that were great before when the sales were bad, and it really just came down to the angle that I was using to sell it, and then the experience on the page. So if you can, the next stream that I do is Thursday, so 2 days. If we can figure out this access issue before then, beautiful. And I'll be able to jump on in and tell you what to do. In the meantime, I'd like you to use ChatGPT. Well, first of all, I want you to find your competition and make a spreadsheet of all your competition selling the same watch. And I want you to have a look at some of their ads and some of their landing pages. Don't necessarily copy them, because looking at a landing page, I think yours is pretty spectacular, to be honest. But any angles that they have and any USPs they have, we can take those. Then I want you to feed all of that information with those URLs into ChatGPT and have it help you come up with USPs. Tell it specifically. When we talk to ChatGPT, we want to say, hey, ChatGPT, help me create USPs that trigger an emotional response from my customers. Ugh, this is a terrible ChatGPT. And always delete these EM dashes, for God's sake. This is a terrible website. But it has all the features, which is good. I love this. Elegance in every millimeter. If you grab this watch and grab a Apple Watch, put them side by side on a wrist, and show how this watch is not chunky and how sleek this is, boom, that's a unique sales point. Need one of these too. Definitely need one of these. Yeah, this could be a cool product. This could be really, really cool. I'm excited, Nathan. Let's get this nailed down before you spend any more money on ads, though. And let me take a look through the actual ads and see if I can find any golden nuggets. Well done on the website design. It's one of the best I've seen. All right, Andy, take a look at your ad data for Tech Vault. I don't know if I'm going to get through everything today, but I should get to you, Abby, after this, and Renee, I should hopefully get past yours. All right, Tech Vault. Smart drive adapter, instant wireless CarPlay, plug and play setup, seamless phone sync compatible with Windows and Android. Cool. Yeah, I think I need this for my car. Honestly, that's really cool. Okay. What was the question? Add data on website. Okay. Website's great. I think we need a little bit of work done here on the USPs. The product itself is really good. But instant wireless CarPlay so that you can what? Plug and play setup. So that, like, why do we want plug and play setup? Seamless phone sync. Why is this a problem to me? I mean, I'm generally asking for you to answer these questions in the USPs. Compatible with Apple and Android. Great. Fantastic. But these three, they just need a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit of razzle dazzle. All right, let's go and find tech fault. Three purchases at 141. I'm going to take it. How much are we selling this for? $79. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. That's not the sort of performance we want to see. Cost per click. What's their link click? $1.60. All right. The click-through is pretty good. Look, the ads are not performing badly from a click. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, you haven't got enough ads here. We never put, unless we're doing some initial testing, which you're well beyond initial testing. We never, ever, ever put one asset in an ad set. That is just asking for trouble. All that's going to do is increase your cost per purchase. And we've only got 2 other image ads. Now, right now, they're not helping each other find your customers. They're both working independently. And imagine a sales team, an actual real life sales team, excuse me, who actually work for you. And in one team over here, you said to them, hey, boys over here and girls in this team over here, go and get me new customers, but you can only use this video and just this video. And this team over here, go and get me new customers as well, independently. Don't talk to each other. But you guys over there, you can only use these 2 images. My God, those 2 teams have a really difficult time to sell. It's going to be so difficult for them. What you need to do is make better ads, because these aren't good enough. These are getting you clicks. But the reason why your stats suck, well, your stats are okay. Your stats are okay. The reason why your sales suck is because when we look at these, they look interesting. But they don't tell me much. They just look interesting. And when you have an interesting thing on Facebook, what do people do? Well, we click because we're naturally interested. We might not want to buy the product because we don't understand the problem that it's solving. We'll have a click anyway, right? You see something interesting, a click doesn't cost you anything. So you click. And when your offer is too vague, when the problem that you're solving isn't apparent, but your product looks mysterious, like a mysterious little device that you just plug into your car, yeah, my God, that's interesting. I'm going to click and have a look. And then they're clicking and they're having a look and it's like, oh, I don't need this. It's not what I want. It's not what I'm looking for. That's the reason why this sucks. And when we look here, yes, we have some features of your product, but we do not have benefits. What are the benefits? Yeah, it's cool. I can do this. I can turn my screen into a touchscreen thing. What are the benefits? Why is this important? And if you can nail that, then you'll get much better results. So, not in hindsight, but in summary, we need better ads targeting better benefits, and we need better benefits on your landing page here. You got all of the ingredients here to start making a pretty good products, but we're missing those key vital factors. All right, next. Next. And Hanil, you need my help next call? No problem. That's why I'm here. Where was I? Nathan. Okay, Abby. Pure prep. Let me know what you should do next. Your ads are unprofitable. Unsure what to do. Aside from purchases being low, are good. Okay, your ads are unprofitable, but you're unsure what to do as the metrics aside from purchases are good. So you don't know if you should turn off to save budget. Do you turn off ads that are making sales even if the other metrics look good? Yeah, usually I do. You're not sure if it's a site issue either, as your conversion rate isn't bad. Oh, this is a conundrum. I'll have to find your account because I don't know what your website is. Who am I talking to here? It's Abby. Hopefully Abby's on the call. All right, pure prep. Oh, you are the UK. Cool. Yeah, Andy, you got a lot of homework to do, but you know what? So do I. And just so all of you guys know, just so you're aware, I have people who do this, what I'm doing for you, I have people who do this for me, for my websites. And you'll be surprised the amount of stuff that I miss on my own websites. So if I'm harsh on you, it's out of love. I want you to make money. But at the same time, I pay people to do it for me. Because there's things that are on my websites that I can't see because I'm too close to it. You can't find faults with your own work when you're this close. Okay, so pure prep. You think a lot of what I just said applies to you? Maybe look at your ads look good enough to click, but people aren't actually interested. Yeah, so that's why your click-through is good. Yeah, look, I had a product that I was selling, and it was a kind of product lots of people need. It was a microfiber cloth, and one of my ads would get loads of clicks. It was when I said Australia's #1 cloth. People would click it because they were curious. What the hell makes this the #1 cloth? But even though I had lots of cheap clicks, the cost per purchase was too high. And so it was getting clicks, but it wasn't getting the right people clicking. If I had said, and you know, the #1 bench cleaning cloth, well, then maybe those clicks would have been better. Free from plastic and harmful chemicals. Okay. Why? Why do I care if this is free from plastic and harmful chemicals? Durable and heat resistant. Why? Why do I need it to be durable and heat resistant? Eco-friendly and long-lasting. Everything says they're eco-friendly these days. Give me something else, like it's made of wood, so obviously you're cutting down trees. How is it eco-friendly? I'm not trying to, like, you know, just trying to get you thinking. Renee, Chris Deborah can take your place if you get time. Okay, who was... Okay, well, I probably don't have time for either of you guys tonight because I've got my next call in 5 minutes. For everybody that I missed, please go right ahead now and put your names down on Thursday, and you guys will be first on Thursday. Okay, so are you eating plastic with every meal? No, don't ask me. Tell me. You and your family are eating microplastic with every meal. Does that sound better to you than are you eating plastic? Hidden toxins from plastic and silicone utensils can leach into your food during everyday cooking. Great, cool. At Pure Prep, we want you to cook cleaner and safer. Our utensils are 100% plastic free, made from premium teak wood, a healthier and more sustainable choice for your kitchen. Okay, cool. That's great, but show me some evidence. With this type of landing page, you need to go and find the evidence and link the studies. There'll be studies out there for sure. Link them in here. You're going a bit overboard with the bolding here. Now, usually I like it when people bold the text for me, but here it seems like, especially in this paragraph, it looks like every second word is bolded. And that kind of like makes me not want to read the whole thing. Tools that last a lifetime. Now, look, That's important that these last. But we're jumping from, hell, I'm poisoning my family to now, hey, these are going to last a while. And that doesn't gel with me as a customer. Like, that should be way further down the page. That's the last thing of my concern. You've just told me I'm murdering my family, and now, but don't worry, these are going to last 10 years. Beautiful by nature. Like, I don't care how beautiful they are. I'm murdering my family. And we're going on about how beautiful these are? Tell me more about what I'm doing wrong, and reassure me of how many people have jumped on board and are buying these and not murdering their families. No glues, no coatings, no toxins. Our utensils are made responsibly from source teak. That's great. That's cool. What is teak, by the way? Start your plastic-free journey. All right. Microplastic free, kind to cookware. Okay, naturally beautiful. They're nice. Let's take a look in your ads. Pure Prep. How much are these? These are £39. And it's costing way, way, way too much. Okay. Top of funnel utensils. Doing a lot of testing. Look, I can see that you've really tried hard. Now, I do know that this product can work. One of the students that I know has been selling these quite successfully. So they can work. Whether or not they work in the UK, that's a different question. I could be really offensive here and just say maybe their cooks are good in the UK. I don't know. I don't know. But wait a minute. Maybe this needs to be more localized. Maybe you should be saying like British people are poisoning themselves with every meal. Did you know that like one in 4 British families are blah 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 kind of thing? Maybe that's that could help too. And you want like one of the selling points, free shipping in the UK. That might help. It really does help. The more you localize your page to the audience that you're selling to, the better it is. So at any moment that you can mention the UK, down here it'd be like, not start your plastic-free journey. It'd be thousands of British families are now using pure cookware. That will definitely help. Now, in terms of ads, broad and audiences. What we're doing with audiences here. Okay. Oh, natural. Look, we've got a couple of winners here. Oh, it looks like winners. Kitchenware hasn't spent a lot of money. Okay. All right. You've spoken to the person selling them. They focus on the Aussie angle a lot. Yeah, no, 100% it works. Look, my bag store, we tried to go broad at first, and we were getting like $70 purchases. So then we decided, because we're targeting the US, then we decided, what happens if we localize it to the US? #1 bag in the USA. American women love this. It halved the conversion cost. Now here, you're doing testing, right? And you're testing all these audiences, but you're not getting results because they're not spending equally. When we test audiences, and important here, only when we're doing audience testing, your campaign must be not this is ad set budget. Oh, well, that's weird. Are these new, some of these? They must be new. These you're just testing kitchenware, Scandinavian kitchen and living, right? And they haven't spent much yet. Is that correct? Your CTRs are quite good. So your click-throughs are good. Interesting that localizing to the US works. You thought it was just an Australian thing. You used to live in Australia and you have an Australian boyfriend. Ah, cool. Launch on Sunday. Cool. Okay, we'll just let them run for me. Some of these aren't terrible. Cooking food and drink, you can probably get rid of that. 45 pounds spent. Not really getting many results there. So maybe they're more like tire kickers. Natural foods and health and wellness. Yeah, that's good to know that they're doing well. Bilal's video kicking some ass. Nice. Where else have we spent money here? Yeah, it's looking okay. Abby, can you put up another message on for us to look at this on Thursday night? I do want to have a deeper look in this. We've run out of time tonight. This is an okay ad, but there's too much side margin here that isn't being used. Use all your space where it makes sense. And try to make your text bigger, because some people on mobile will have trouble reading this. Same with this one. Utilize the space, make your text bigger. You've almost got it. Can you go broad ad set with a CBO campaign and then duplicate that one to target audiences for scaling? Can you go broad ad set on CBO campaign and then duplicate that one to target? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely you can. Sorry, I had to read a couple of times to make sense. Oh, I need you to do one more thing. Are these videos made by Bilal? All right. I have a theory. It may or may not be correct, but my theory is that when someone from the UK hears someone from the US talking, they immediately switch their ears off because they're sick of hearing the accent, right? So can you ask Bilal if he can please put a UK voice on these? Because that's going to add to your trust. Now, on your website, I really want you to consider adding in the fact, I know it's in your pureprep.uk, but come down here and have something proudly British, or something like that down here, just to tell people that you are a local British company. Put down where you live in the UK, because there's no information here about even what region you're in. And because I know the UK is a completely different market, and you guys have a completely different way of trust. But to me, there's not enough on here to say, hey, you can trust us. We got you. Okay, guys, I've run out of time. I will be back on Thursday for you try the British angle, and you do ship from China. Hey, we all do. Well, most of us do. There's nothing wrong with shipping from China. But also, like on my businesses, we tell people we're an Aussie company, or we're a US company, or whatever company that we're selling to. Where you tell them that we're based in that country to add to trust. All right, ladies and gents, I will see you in the next one. Take it easy, and I'll see you then.